Now I'm in the zone. Gonna get back in the zone. Okay. We are so BACC. Let's reconnect. Am I connected to the live chat? Now, oh, you see now it's trying to reconnect. That's cool. That is cool. But I have since changed the URL. So let's jump back in. Web view. I changed this from tkinter. It was using tkinter before. Um, now it's doing web view. That's why now all the styling of the messages is in CSS, so I can change it very quickly. So there's a CSS for the new messages, and then there's going to be a CSS for when the message goes stale, like that one. So the new ones stand out. And there's also like a notification bar thing. But like I don't think I need that anymore because there's like this big, blue box that shows up. Maybe that thing could be like a like a pending, like when the window goes away. But I'm not gonna hack on that right now. I'm not gonna hack on that right now, right? I'm not gonna hack on that right now. I'm not going to hack on that right now. No, I'm not. I'm gonna hack on Tamashika-san. 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 What was I doing? Player.cs. You know, let's have some fun. Okay, instead of this, if we go quick step, let's design this. Dodge roll. So funky stuff happening here with the dodge roll. Quick step. What all are we going to need for this? So the dodge also has its own vector. All of these can be, I think we can reuse these. For example, the dash vector, dash spin, frame delta. So like this is if you're in the dash, this is if you're in the dodge, right? And this dodge vector is completely exclusive. So this technically this dash vector could just be the dodge vector could just be the dash vector. What would be a common name for dash, dodge, and quick step? Um, motion vector. Uh, dash vector, dash target, dodge vector. First what we're going to do is let's just, are there any pending changes here? No. All right. So if the dodge vector was just dash vector, let's confirm if this actually works. Okay. Modifiers. Let's see if this dodge roll is working still the same. So we could just I will just reuse that vector. Problem solved. Whoop up. Man, I stepped outside. It was so hot. Yeah, this works almost exactly the same way. There should be no conflicts here. Okay, let's try something a little bit less disorienting, shall we? Dodge. So I have the dash vector now over here. Dash length, dodge duck, dodge roll, dodge timer. Dodge duck is again something that I'm going to use for the dash. So you know what? Let's rename this to dash duck. Okay. So dash is just our common variable here. The dodge has its own phase. We won't need a phase variable for the rest of them. What else do we need? Dodge timer. Does the dash have a timer? I don't think the dash has a timer, right? Aha! Now the dash timer, I think, is tied to the state. It's not. Dash distance is the flag. So can I reuse? So what about the dodge timer? So now dodge timer is, yeah. So I can't mix these variables. It would be very convenient if there was like a, I have this actually in the dodge player. So this is the old player class that I lifted out. That's where I got the dodge code from. There's this motion class here, player motion. Which motion are you in? This was a neat way to kind of isolate all of the code. Player motion. Which motion are you in? Uh, do I want a similar? Because like this code is pretty hodgepodge around here. If moved, movement. I'm gonna clean this up later. Right now, let's just focus on getting a good feeling dodge and dash. Dodge timer. Dodge timer. Okay, so you know what? We're doing a quick step. See, quick step will be by time, not by distance. So the dash right now only happens. Actually, the dash ought to be renamed because that's technically a teleport. Because the dash right now happens in only towards the target. That's why there's a dash target. That is why dash vector rigmarole dash vector. This needs to be a variable because it's like by position, player position. This remains the same throughout. I'm not changing this code. Now I kind of regret changing this dash vector thing, the dodge roll vector. These are both giving frame delta, frame delta. So the difference between the dodge and the dash right now is that the dash never interfaces with the walls and everything, because you're always going towards the target. So it's actually not moving the controller, I think. Frame delta is set here. Oh no, it is just, I think it's because it's safer that way. No, see that if dash distance is greater than 0, the position is just added straightforwardly. But if that's not the case, then this happens. Now, this has to happen when you're rolling. That's why this is not called when you're in the roll. So like this code right now is not it's not well isolated. All of the different behaviors are not isolated properly. It would be a good idea. It would be a good idea. Dodge duck, dodge vector. All right, we're back. We're back. Let's just keep it all separate right now, and then we're going to change it later. Modifiers. Okay, now we're in quick step. All right, enough trying to put variables together. Let's just quick step vector and quick step timer. Okay, dodge vector quick stack timer, just gonna make it a function of the duck. Dodge roll, dodge timer. Quick step timer is equal to, is that one word? Quick step timer. Oh, stop it. Quick step timer. Okay. Now when we go into dash, else if dodge, else. Okay, I'm gonna isolate this. See, again, like I don't want the player to be initiating a roll inside a dash. So all this funky stuff is gonna start happening here. This should only be initiated from within like when the player is walking. Are we surgically redesigning the player class now? You know what? Whatever. This is fun, so I'll just do it. I'll just do it. Do it now. I said do it. Player motion. All right. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Private, no, public. Player motion, get private set. Player motion on clear, sorry, on start, modifiers. I know it doesn't look like I know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing. Motion is equal to player motion dot walk. Okay. Now, now this update function, I'm gonna look at it and it's gonna look like super uggs, but that's what we're gonna fix. All right, we're gonna fix this. Gun agency, knife agency. As you can see in this code base, there's a lot of use of the word agency and attention. I wonder why that is. Now you see there's all these like micro things that the player class is also doing. Like you can go into like a shocked state. I'm gonna trust that I don't mess this up. Okay. If control agency and grounded movement is player da da da. If hit slow is greater than 0, if hit freeze. It's amazing how hit slow and hit freeze are separate items. Hit freeze, and where is hit slow coming in from? Ricochet halt. Interesting. And what about hit freeze? What is this doing? Are they the exact same variables? To do. Player hit freeze and hit slow are the same. Fix please. Hit slow, hit freeze. You see, I'm gonna find out some funky stuff here. We're gonna clean this bad boy out. Okay. Start player motion in walk. So now we're gonna test if we can put everything inside a giant switch case of some sort. If moved melee don't there's all the shooting code is in here too. And this is me trying the dash without a target. If moved, then move potential changes aerial velocity obviously will change as a function of if whether the player is grounded. This is steel code. New move direction. What is this? This is definitely inside walk. Frame delta movement. And now here, this is where it all splits up. This is where it all splits up. Now I'm going to start somewhere. switch motion case player motion dot walk. Okay, now they're obviously they're sharing a lot of the code here is being sequenced in these if statements in weird ways, right? Like I don't know if the movement variable, for example, is being used. So like frame delta is being set here, but if you're inside a dash, it's reset. So this actually doesn't go. This computation is not valid for when you're in a dash. And that there'll be edge cases where the input does matter at the end of like a dash or something like that. I guess we leave that up to quality assurance, which is just me in the future. If moved, move potential, chase. Now this code is running, for example, right now this code is running when you're in a dash. If in encounter, da, da, da. Okay, you know what? All of this looks like it needs to be in the walk. Case dash player motion dash is a thing. Oh, stun is not its own state right now. I'm sorry, we're not going there. Dash break. Now, if dash distance is greater than 0, now you see this dash end is called this is used afterwards. I'll show you where. There, this thing over here. This is a frame. This is a variable that tracks if whether the dash ended in this frame. This is so ugly, dude. I can't wait to get rid of this. There's no reason why this should be happening. So this code should not run if we are in a dash end. There has to be a way to do this cleanly. And this is the end of it. I think we can leave this part out. This is all the guns and everything. Piece by piece. All right, piece by piece. Dodge timer is greater than 0. Here you're gonna go into a dodge. So here we can do player motion. Sorry, motion is equal to dodge. Okay, and we set the dodge timer and everything. Now these, I have to make sure that the state machine is uh, doing everything properly so that it manages this motion variable. So like on dash end, for example, we need to make sure that if dash end, then player motion, motion is equal to walk. All right. And we'll do the same for the dodge. So case player motion dot dodge break if dodge timer is greater than 0. else frame delta blah blah blah, else dodge timer. If dodge timer is lesser than 0, so yeah, right. So if dodge timer is, if dodge phase is 0, else player motion is equal to player dot walk. This might just work, man. This might just work. What happened? Who did this? Oh, there you go. This now is going to be inside the walk. So one good thing that we've gotten out of this is that we cannot initiate the dodge if we are not walking. So you can't, the code just will not get you to start a dodge mid dash. You know, don't want that silly stuff to happen. Okay, this dash end, is this else really serving a purpose? Should we nuke this? All right, you know what? Let's try it. If dash end player walk. Let's try it. Let's try it. Maybe it'll work. If dash end so player motion walk is going to be handling the aerial velocity and everything. So if it's grounded, not grounded, that sort of stuff is still going to happen there. Camera roll and raise are both going to be 0 if we're not rolling. Roll dot roll. Okay. This will happen only inside the dodge. And if by some reason this is less than 0, just ensure that we get out of here. Motion is equal to player motion dot walk. All right. And if we are inside this, then in all other cases, we can set this to 0 first here, and then override them in that same frame here. Okay. Somehow this state.is game is not being called up there, so for some reason it's called here. I guess we will discover why that is later. Grounded. This is just a ground check. Now we start with the gun code. All right, let's see how much we've messed up. Lower than the recommended bitrate now, huh? Fascinating. D straights. Let's see if the teleport still works. Teleport seems to still be okay. Well, for the most part, we never know what edge cases we've introduced here. But you know what's not working is the dodge. I thought we added that. Modifiers. No, we're in quick step here. We go to dodge roll. Dodge roll. So dodge roll is being initiated from inside the walk. We could actually just log this console debug dot console motion and 3 2 1. No dodge is happening. Why is no dodge happening? Dodge roll. If moved, if grounded, has modifier dodge roll. Player motion is dodge, dodge timer is set, dodge vector is set, and in the next frame it should come here, but it does not. Why does it not do that? Let's see if it's still, if it at least it's coming till here. Debug time. Maybe it's being set. Player motion dodge. All right. Very nice. Is dodge timer set? Are you setting dodge timer is being set? Very nice. Very good. 0.35 seconds. Hey. 0.35. Hey man, it's looking fine to me. Is this going in here for some reason? Wow, it just vanishes, huh? So it is calling this, I think. Is it going in here? Wow. Oh. 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 My bad. My bad. That explains it. Motion walk. Yes, yes, yes. So the thing about this, oh, we cannot do that. No, no, no. This has to go. I think both the raise and the roll just reset, so the camera is. Is this variable not auto-animating itself? No, it's not. It's not doing that. I guess it's the same for the roll. This is not. This is this ain't Gucci, bruh. So are we leaving all of the responsibility to the dodge to cancel those variables out? I guess for now that's okay. Like that action can be interrupted, and if it is interrupted by some for some reason, like for example, I haven't tested this dodge mid melee or mid. Yeah, that's gonna be a mess. Let's try that out. A boss. Yeah, you see that? You see that happening? Oh, see the aim is already messed up. Yep. Trippy. So this was a simple case of running into melee. Look how broken it is. Right. That's why we're not doing it. That's why we have to reset it. So if you look at the player, request attention. Where is the player attention being checked? Pay attention. There you go. So I think over here somewhere, so dashing is like you can be interrupted mid dash. That's simple. I think we just need to we will make like cancellation routines for that. So if you get caught in a melee mid roll, the roll will have to cancel. That's fine. That's a-okay. Okay, so now we have this dodge thing here. Okay, now what we can do is we can do quick step. Okay, quick step. Player motion, dodge, dash, quick step. Quick step. Quick step. Quick step, dodge, roll. Now same code, but what I'm gonna do is take the dodge roll logic and just straighten it out. Player motion dot quick step. Yes, yes, yes. I know what you have. You know what I have to write. If quick step timer is greater than 0, quick step timer. Velocity will be 16f. Please go down by raw time. No, just regular delta time. If phase 0, there's no phases here. Iframes I have to introduce again. That's fine. So dodge vector. No, this will be quick step vector. All right. If quick step timer is lesser than 0, then player motion dot walk. Else we'll do the roll later. Right now, dodge duck is equal to, wait, this dodge roll time, dash time. Let's do dash time. Dash time. No, sorry, quick step time. Sure. Quick step timer divided by math.py. I want it to be like a, what do I want it to be like? I want it to be like a, all right, so dodge duck is going to, I think it's just, yeah, just a sign value will be enough. Dodge duck. Quick step duck. Just, you know what, I'm just gonna define this in place. Var duck is equal to 0f. Duck is equal to this. We'll set the role if we want to. Quick step timer sign blah blah blah. Dodge vector becomes quick step vector. We're not rolling right now. We can just set this to duck. Okay, quick step timer. Quick step modifiers. Dodge roll becomes quick step. Quick step. And what we need still is a way for the player to activate this. Else, if grounded and quick step, player motion, quick step, there's no quick step phase. Trying to act too smart, bruv. Quick step. You gotta snap your fingers, otherwise the AI doesn't work. Okay. So now this should be like a can we go lower to the ground? No, that sway needs to be the other way. Quick step time, let's make it a little bit faster. And dot quick step velocity 20. I want it to be quick. And drag direction opposite. So it'll be like a all right. Quick step timer starts from 1, so this is math.py. Yeah, this is what's not, this is what I wasn't feeling. That it should start from 0, go down to 1, and then come back up. Minus 0.55, yes. Okay. This feels like a butt drag right now. This function is not fun. Like I want it to be like a. This is like a. It's like he's touching his butt and coming back up. No. You know, they do game design in Excel. We do game design in matplotlib. So we have this kind of a function going from 0 to 1. So 0 to 1. It's kind of like this. Yeah, so this is at pi, right? 3.141. Let's just, for clarity, okay, so this is what we got right now. None of the changes that I made felt right. What other functions do we have? Yo. Um, this will be some kind of like a normal function, I think. I'm guessing. Normal distribution function. No, I don't think it's this one. No. Functions. Where in the game am I using this? Lol. What if we don't use a sign? How about that? Maybe it could be like a quick drop. No, but it has to come back up. How do we make it come back up? Is that an animation curve? I don't know. At least it won't be like a like that silly bounce that we have right now. Why not? Let's try it. Um, Duck. Just so we know we're not going out of bounds. So this will start from 1. That's why I think I need to 1 minus this. And then math f dot pov x comma 8 plus 1 divided 1f divided by math f dot pov comma 4. Yeah, not bad. Hey, Graftoy is OG. It is very OG. I love Graftoy. What's up, man? Duck. Graftoy is where I do my stuff. I love visualizing code. I use it I use it quite often when I'm doing shader programming also. Just gotta visualize the functions in my head sometimes. Okay, 3, 2, 1. We're off the ground now. This is all right. This is giant mode. Oh, just keep hitting your head. Oh, this is funny. Just you have to look down and kill everyone. It's very derogatory hack and slash. What just happened? I need to invert this function. 1 minus. Not bad, not bad. I think it's just going too low. Like, I don't know why it has to go that low. I think just a little less bump, because like it's not really a dodge roll, right? Like I think that's why the dodge roll, you want to go a little bit closer to the ground. Here it could just be like a little. It's not a slide. Like we're doing a quick step. I don't want it to feel like a slide. It's, it feels right, but it also just feels like a accelerated. Just like we're just upping the speed. That's why I did the dodge roll, because like it has some lock-in kind of like, texture to it. Or is it just not fast enough? Maybe it's just not fast enough. How about this? We will go up to 30. I think if it had like a build up, or like a cooldown. So like it could be like an instant, like a and then like a little freeze frame at the end of it. For you to reorient. Let's try that too. Let's try that too. Quick step time. Let's reduce this. Now this should be like a flash. I think we all need to add like some camera effects, some on-screen effects for this. And also, eventually, when we do put it into the game, it will have. It should have very good reason to be there, because like right now the game isn't really made to have this, and you can tell because there's no place in the game where you need to dodge this way. Where is the pickup? There should be a pickup here. There it is. And also like more room to actually pull this off, because like these tight corridors are not suitable for dashing around that much. The the slide in post void is that's fun too, like having the extra kind of move available to get into that flow where you're doing the Counter-Strike style surfing thing. I'm actually not going for that. I'm going more for like a tactical advantage. Like there has to be enemies designed particularly for this move. There has to be obstacles made only you can only get past them if you use the dash. Like the level has to be designed around it. Oh, mid quick step. Attack. Like you can't really tell that you're dashing right now. I mean quick stepping. Like if there was an enemy that did the typical move where you do like the enemies kind of like throw that thing at you and it comes in a straight line. Like right now these projectiles that they throw, you can see them coming, right? Like if it was like really instant and the only way to dodge would be to use the quick step. Oh, I didn't see it. Where can I find it? On the Twitter chat? I'll check it out, man. Thanks. I didn't see it. The game's been pretty good, man. I have kind of after the release and everything, after like having everyone on the Discord enjoying the game, I I'm almost at this place where like that the release being like this big deal that I had to like get past. Now that I'm past that, it's like a whole different side of Tamashika is coming to me, and I'm positioned right now to just put all of my focus on that. So, not a lot has changed. I'm back. I'm back in the motions somehow. I'm, it's like coming back to square one um, with the game itself. I wanna add to this thing, man. I wanna make it better. Faster, faster. Quick step time. Now we don't need the timer anymore. Now we've gotten fast enough where it needs to be like that one frame snap. Yeah, we're in that territory. Nah, this is, you see, this is what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now I have to change the code for this. This dodge roll code will not work for this. Nope. This because like on a different frame rate, you will not. There will be a chance that you don't cover the same amount of distance, and it has to cover the same amount of distance for everyone. It can't be by time because it's just going too fast. There's a point where you, because that's like Euler integration that we're doing, that the speed times delta time, that stuff breaks the moment you go faster. Once the velocities go too high, there's no way I can ship that. That would not be consistent. How do we fix that? We interpolate. We do some good old numerical methods. How's the lighting? You're in Unity? Are you in Unity? It depends on your game. Uh, I think the out of the box FPS controller in Unity is not that bad. Oh, Godot. Yeah, I'm not. First of all, I've not played around with Godot that much, so I don't want to comment. But the default controllers are just fine. Uh, like it depends on what. Like for me with Tamashika, like it's a lot about how the game feels to me. So I wanted to like really build it from the ground up in terms of just like the controllers, right? Like the how the controller feels. The game feel wise, then yeah, if you're going for game feel, like if your game is about maximizing on the feel and like adding a unique texture to how the game feels, you wanna take that apart, like take apart the default controller, like do all the magic on top of it. I think you can still use it, but you gotta like, yeah, get rid of the stuff that's, there's stuff in there that's very generic. It solves the problem of a regular FPS game, but like if you want to do something unique, then you'll probably end up at a point where you're probably not using most of it. Like in the Unity FPS controller in Lovely Planet also, like I was using the collision stuff. Outside of that, and I actually mostly designed the game around that. I didn't want to rewrite the whole thing. I was just like, it was my first time using Unity anyway. I was like, I don't make a game, dude. I'm gonna, and the mechanics, like they show it, and the bugs in that system are now part of the game. All of the like the jumping on slanting slopes and everything. Like I didn't know players would be able to do that, and it works. And then when I upgraded to the latest Unity after a couple of years, those moves like they started to mess up, so I had to like patch the game. Oh, this is good, man. This quick step is now actually feeling like a quick step. I'm gonna sunset this room. I don't love it. So like this kind of a situation, if that enemy kind of like throws a ball, like a fast ball at you, you have to do this to dodge it. And then we could have like enemies that do like combos. So they start by throwing that thing at you. So like the moment you see them, you have to do this, and then maybe they have 3 lives, and then they 3 HP, and then they throw their, I don't know, their next attack, which could be a shot that you have to parry. I'm not gonna make it so that you can dodge the the regular gun parry. Like that action is going to remain the same. So for that action, you do the parry. For the other action that the enemy does, you do the quick step. It's going to be more very. It's going to be compartmentalized that way, I think. Ah, beautiful. Look at that. Lone Tory in the park. That might we might need new animations for the player, for the enemies, from the enemies, because it has to be clear that they're doing something else. And obviously the sound will help for sure. And I'm also thinking for the other game modes, we're gonna finally start messing with this, the curvature. I'm gonna make the curvature a little bit more, a little bit less stretchy. So it'll be like if you're jumping around, quick stepping and stuff, like we need more of like an arena, right? Like we need to see more of what's going on. We're gonna go there. I'm gonna go there. We gonna go there. I wanna design levels that aren't very fast, more exploratory. Yeah, then like do each of those FPS modes also have like a different game feel? Yeah, you're gonna have to work on that FPS controller. Like if you're doing all of those things, I don't think the default one would really work. Let's see if that duck feels better in fast mode. Can hardly notice it. No, don't need this. Actually, don't need any of this. A roll would be nice. Should we? What would the roll be like? It'll have to be a function of. Oh, we're stuck. This is when you took the wrong pills. It's extra trippy right here. Why is it stuck? Sine x into mathf dot pi. Into 0.25. We just need a little nudge. Just a little. This can't be a function of this. It has to be like it has to be set and then it has to come backward. So like when you're in the dash, it should already be like restoring the roll. Yeah, this is like it's like a click, right? No, this ain't it, chief. Or maybe it is chief and we just need to make it a little bit less. No, 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 no. Totally. And we need a physiotherapy level. Camera.roll. First, let's fix before we jump into this all of this texture thing. Okay, before we go there, let's fix this code because the frame delta now has to ensure that we are covering the right amount of distance. Okay. So this becomes basically the dash logic now, because the dash also has its own distance function, distance value. So the remaining distance at the end of the quick step, it'll make sure that it's covered that exact amount of distance. Unless, of course, you're like dashing into a wall. It still feels a little bit like a go fast button. I wanted to feel different. Cursor to visual? You mean studio? I don't understand what you mean by cursor to visual. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little head slow. I only used cursor for some like front end stuff. Like the game I always wrote in C is Visual Studio, Visual Code, Visual Studio Code. Hit slow, hit freeze. One frame. This I could reduce this into like a one frame teleport. Like just like a walk, press the dash button. Sorry, press the quick step button. Quick step, but then you're like frozen there for 100 ms or 50 ms. And the sound effects obviously will. Yeah, you see now this feels like a. Yeah, there's a there's a punch to it, right? Like you gotta go in and then you gotta stop there, Hold up, what is going on here? No, I think that's fine. No, it's not fine. Do you see how the grass feels like it's not bobbing properly? The speckle is what? It's on absolute position. Is it env HW floor T sparkle world input dot local. This is untranslated. This is untranslated. VS output env. Oh, that's all the variables I have. Never mind. Okay, so quick step. Yeah, we need a punchy quick step. First of all, this hit freeze and the hit slow. Is this being even used anywhere? Yeah, movement is 0. Hit slow movement is 0. They're both the same. They are both exactly the same. Ah. I am so tempted to change this. Wait. Unfreeze frame is only on hit slow. The plot thickens. The plot thickens. Unfreezed frame. Oh. Oh. The slow pauses time. The freeze only stops the player. Let's delete that. Hit freeze, hit slow. We want to stop time after this. We don't want to freeze the player, just the player. Oh yeah, it has to be a time texture thing. Wait, we could stop time during the dash also. But if the dash is instant, if the quick step is instant, then we don't need to slow it during. Hit freeze. Hey, hit slow. So now if there's like enemies in the vicinity, they'll kind of stop. So this will be like a move, like a position change, and also it'll give you like that few extra MS to get the upper hand on the enemies. Let's just make sure there's no issues here with the. Yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah. So because it's bound to the right mouse button, it's the same action as the alt fire. Just want to make sure there's no. Does this feel right? Not anymore. Too excited there. Let's see what the freeze feels like. That stop time thing though, I'm feeling like that could be a power up too. That all of this has to happen, and I'm not going to put all of these like funky mechanics in the transcend mode just like that, because that would really throw you off. Like random brand new mechanics which are happening like minute and a half in a level without any saves. No, it's gonna happen. Like that's why we have to go with the collectible levels. That mechanic, those two mechanics makes complete sense. They make complete sense. This is the training kind of like you're learning into the same kind of texture of gameplay, and whatever happens perpendicular to that has to be accommodated in a way where it tells you that it's inviting you into a different kind of play. You know what I'm trying to say? That has to reflect in the mechanics, in the way it's served. It's is it the texture, the texture of the affordance has to reflect the mechanics that are being offered. Yeah, this feels better. And I want to up that distance by a lot. I want it to be like a blink. Blink. Should we just rename it to a blink? This somebody called some point sound. We're gonna need some. We're gonna need some banger SFX for this. And we can make this like an expensive. Like if you do this move wrong, like it's OHK, like insta kill. Insta kill if you like go into some spikes or something. You know, I think I'm not really leaning into this right now because how do I fix this? Because if I change the code, then we can't go back to having a slower dash. This right now inside these corridors, obviously it's limited. You know what? Let's try it out. CSP2 hall. Yeah, whatever, man. Here. Da 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 da. 2020. Regular 2.5. Let's drop in some gunners. And some. Is there any enemy I haven't used here? Some grunt. This is not being used. This needs to be removed. Okay, and you just forget to breathe. What are we gonna need? We're gonna need some lights here. Object ceiling lamp. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we need some other lights? Some warning sign here for no reason whatsoever. You know what? All right. Oh, it's a party. Very chaotic because everyone's moving around. Like before I was prototyping this style of gameplay, I definitely was leaning more towards like a slower. See you around, man. Thanks for dropping by. Have a nice day. Um, I had more mechanics that involved like a more deliberate kind of slow gameplay, and that's where the dodge roll went in. And that version of the game also had a lock on. So like over here, if you could lock onto an enemy and you dashed, like it would be like a very Dark Souls-esque kind of affair. So you don't have to reorient your view. You know, if a target was active, if you were targeting an enemy, we can still do that because we don't have a hard lock on. You could do like a soft lock on where if you if you're focusing, then you remain focused um, when you dash. I think sound effects will definitely help this situation. Did I not remove the roll? Maybe it's the roll that's not feeling right. This drag. Damn. That's quite a lot of enemies. I think this roll is not the. It's coming from elsewhere. But I already like this like big room situation that we have going on here. Like there isn't a lot of that in the game. I think this is what is this? Frame delta sweep cycle step sweep. I think that's what's going on here. Stride scaling. Sweep. Yeah, you see there it is. Relative delta. This has to happen only in walk mode. If motion is equal to player motion dot walk. Now it's not gonna do the full dance because we don't want it to do that. Whoop-bop. Because that was giving it a more wow, this already feels different. Dodge roll dash quick step. Am I doing a sway here? Wait. This is the dodge start. This is a rig.drag. Rig.drag. That's just changing the hands. We could just do that here. Camera does sway. To local direction. Okay, fine. Nothing. Nothing whatsoever. Nope. Nope. Something tells me this is going to be like, yeah, a lot. It's going to be a lot. It's funky though. Right now it's just attached to a spring. That's why it's gonna do that little bouncy thing at the end. Maybe we could go in and change that too. Like for the recovering from the dash, it could be a different. Oh, nice. This is nice. I wonder if you have to send some kind of screen effects with this. Some motion blur. And also a tutorial for the player so they know they have a second action available. I think I need to combine this with the actual enemies that we will need to fight with it. I think that should make it come together eventually. Just spam this. This could, I think speedrunners would like be all over this, even in like the regular mode.